Can I bring something up?
Please.
So the show opens in the craziest, like
Oh,
Forrest Gump level montage. Two child actors are
correct.
made to make out, which is probably the first kiss for either of them
And we have to
on
watch it
camera. And I
intensely.
was like, I don't know that we need these scenes, but like
And
they're there.
they kept cutting right back to it. Just kept cutting
Also,
right back to the like pre-adolescent lips. I was like, what is happening
what
here? Like, what?
but so close on these children's lips.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Pilots 101, the podcast. I am Chris Quintos, and I'm with the beautiful, hilarious, genuine, tell it to you straight girl, Miss
Aw.
Lisa Timmons.
Aw,
Lisa T.
Chris Quintos. You are all of those things as well.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Um, oh my gosh. Okay, we did Ally McBeal by
Yes, we did.
request, which was nice.
Oh, I'm also realizing that as you and I are doing different throwback pilots, it's such a nice way to get to know what you were doing at that phase in
Oh my,
your life.
yes, that's funny. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I was a fan of David E. Kelly with the
Yes.
practice.
Oh, I could see you being a young lady, very invested in a legal drama, but as
I
long
was
as there was a lot of shenanigans happening relationship wise.
yes, I was invested in that dark-haired wonder. What is that man's name? Hold on, I need
Did
to
you
find
say,
it.
was it Boston Legal? Is that what I'm
No, it
looking
was
up?
the practice. I'm looking at the
The
practice.
practice. Let's see. It
God, it's like
wasn't Dermot
yeah, it's one of
Mulroney
those. It's like
or
a Dylan McDermott
Mul
Mulroney. It's like one of those that I never get right.
Dermabrasion
I'm never gonna get it right.
McPherson. uh,
Who was it? Dylan
it's
McDermott.
Dylan McDermott. Oh,
Yes.
no,
Yeah.
I mix those two men up
I
all
know.
the
It's
time.
their names. It's not it's too many
Sorry,
like
white
surnames.
guys with, is it Scottish or
I don't
Irish
know.
names
I
and
don't
like
know.
fair skin?
Yes.
You
But I
guys are
think that
all
was
look
like
the same.
I don't remember. Let's see. Let's see. The practice was, hold on. Let's get a
Oh,
year.
I'm looking it
I'm
up
looking at a
now.
year here.
There's Dylan
97.
McDermott, Lisa Gay Hamilton,
Yes.
Steve
Yes.
Harris, Cameron Manheim. I lived
This
in
is
Manheim.
so fun. Cameron Manheim was the
Laura Flynn
shit.
Boyle.
I
Oh my
really
God.
loved her in that.
Oh,
Laura
wait.
Flynn Boyle. Yes.
Can I tell you something? I
Yes.
think I have maybe been an extra on this
Oh,
show at some
stop it.
point.
No. How? It's
Because I
not.
think remember Cameron Manheim being in the scene with me. So
What?
it was in Manhattan Studios. I think I'm remembering the right legal show.
No.
Oh yeah, that's around the timing. I was looking. It was 97 to 2004. So that would have been around that time. And I showed up and I was so exhausted. It was super early and I
Yeah.
didn't have breakfast out or
Okay.
coffee. And usually that's what you're like, hey, I can't
Yeah.
wait to
Crafty
check in with the
is.
AD and get me some breakfast.
Yeah.
And they didn't have it. And then they put me in this jacket that was way too big. And they put me on. I looked hilarious, by the way. I was
Yeah.
like 22 in this giant jacket. I don't know what I was doing. I was a member of the court in some way, and I kept falling asleep in my chair because they gave me this plush leather chair. So
Oh
I
my
kept falling
gosh.
asleep. The AD would yell at me, going, "Hey, when you slump down, you disappear in that jacket. So sit up."
I can't, you have so much work.
I do.
I'm
Like
like,
when
I'm
you
so
said
surprised. You keep saying I was an extra. Like, I love that.
it's really funny because I think the way you described the two of us was that we have existed on the fringes of entertainment for
Yes.
many years,
It's
and
that.
that's
Yeah,
exactly what
that's
that
fair.
is.
That's that's fair. And we'll continue to do it. I just feel like you and I are both a circuitous route
Yes,
to wherever we're gonna get, or we're already there. You know what I mean?
I
But
like where
like,
we are.
I agree. But we are a meandering people.
Very meandering. Those
I
are
did.
those are my zebras, the meanderers.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So yeah. No. I. That's so funny. And also, I hope that they paid that AD. Like that's all I'm gonna say.
Speaking of which,
Yes, very topical. Very topical conversation.
yeah, well, I'm about to maybe have to strike right as I'm joining this union.
which is which is going to make this podcast interesting because
Yeah,
you can't watch anything if they strike, which you know what, they're going to have to, they do what they got to do, you
yeah,
know, like
exactly. We stand with IATSE, guys.
yeah, they need
Cut
to, I
those
mean,
streamers. Guys, listen,
yeah,
I mean, this may come out at
this
a
is going to come out
who
way later,
it's come out way later,
but also
but
who knows how long that's going to last, because remember the writer strike, that was a
oh,
long time,
yes, I do.
that
Because
was
every
a
time I'm this close to getting in, another historic strike happens.
oh my god, well you got
How am
great
I?
timing.
How am I alive during a pandemic,
I don't know.
um, a strike, the WGA strike, and the IATSE strike, all in the same era?
It's really it's a great time to be alive. It's an interesting time to be alive.
Truly.
Um, and you know, can we talk about just white girls?
This show, I
Right? That's all I
forgot.
felt the whole
I
time.
I kept thinking this is the show that launched a million eating disorders. Because I remember all these
God
interviews
bless
after the
her.
fact of all these actresses
Yes.
saying, I mean, it's not that we were told that we had to lose weight, but
And
it
we had
just
to look
felt
like Callista
everybody
Flockhart.
kept upping the ante with each other with how thin they kept getting.
She
Because
was rail thin,
so thin.
heroin chic at its finest.
Mm-hmm.
But she, I mean, I don't, I know I like launched right into her body, which is like not
But
fair.
that's the thing we all remember.
But that is the thing we all remember. I will say that she was so quirkily delicious. Like
I was
she
I was
served it
thinking
up.
this is
You know what I
yes.
mean? She did great.
This it's funny because
I'm
you
sad that all we
know
took from it was her body. But go on.
well, that's the thing that left the most, implications after the fact. I mean, because
Yeah.
it's easy to forget now, but Ally
She was
McBeal on the
great.
air, it was the thinnest, whitest ladies. And like it was messing with all these with our
Yeah.
heads,
Yeah. Yeah, it totally was. But she was really talented. I like
Oh,
is
100%.
was
Every single one of those actresses, Jane Krakowski, oh my gosh, I
well.
love her. I love when she
Yes.
finally is allowed to embrace those big, voluptuous curls of
Yeah.
hers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because what was she? I'm like, I don't even know. She looks so young in this.
she looks like a baby.
She looks like a
She looks
baby.
like
They
a
all do.
dancing baby. I thought the dancing baby was in the pilot. I
Yeah.
misremember that.
Well,
There's
yeah.
so many. This pilot is wild, by the
It's
way.
wild, and that it kind of get like
It
it
took
launches.
9 minutes. I noted the
Yes.
time. It took 9 minutes before we were actually in this show.
Yeah, like in the meat of it, because they set up an entire just
A Felicity
montage.
backstory.
Yes.
I thought they were trolling Felicity at that point. I was like, wait a minute.
Felicity, right? The Felicity backstory. I was just like, whoa. But it was, but the thing is, I don't know that level of quirk had ever happened before with the
No,
like,
that's what everybody fell in love with. It was
yeah,
like New Girl. Like,
yes,
if you watch the New Girl pilot, it's kind of a clunky pilot. Like, in
sure,
terms of the way the story is presented, who we follow, it doesn't quite make sense. But there's a charm with the characters that
yes,
people get locked into. The Jane Krakowski character,
yeah, Richard.
Oh, Richard, what a great
I feel like Richard makes it,
Richard really
actually,
does. He is
because
one of
he's
the
the
best
glue.
TV villains.
Yeah, he's like the glue of it.
Oh, that turn. I love how you know how he's going to be every episode. You're going to think, oh, he's a snake. And then he'll
Hmm.
have like this redeeming moment.
At
And
the
you'll
end,
just be
yes.
like, I'm so torn.
I really actually like a capitalist. You know what I mean? Like you're just like, oh, okay.
Did you have a crush on Richard?
Who did I crush on in this show? This one was about the girls for me. I guess like
Yeah,
just
it
because it
truly
was
is.
so powerful, and
And
Lucy
then
Liu, like I said,
there's,
and
yeah,
like Portia de Rossi, who's these two women do not appear in
I
the
was
pilot,
remembering
but
that.
yeah,
Portia de Rossi and Lucy Liu,
yeah,
when
um,
they come on the scene, it's just, uh,
yeah,
it's,
but
yeah,
it's just so good. But like back to the pilot where it's like, I
it's
think
so wacky.
it's so wacky, but also I think they had me with the like Courtney Thorne Smith, Georgia is like, I hate you. And she's like, I hate you
No,
too.
it was it was so funny because I think I don't know, maybe this is a post-pandemic thing
Yeah,
or me being in my 40s,
sure.
but the whole drama of her working with the former boy, like I feel like I would have been like, girl, you know I don't care.
Come on. Come on. Yeah, this one is
Come on.
if Scandal is my ex-boyfriend's the president, this one is my ex-boyfriend works here.
That's a good. That is a teaser quote, my friend.
You know what I mean?
Can I
Like,
say something that's like very dry, boring? I'm realizing I need to temper my witch's cackle because when you say something really funny, I shriek laugh. And so I'm going to start doing.
no, you're gonna have a podcast laugh.
Because I'm the one, I need a podcast laugh because my laugh is just
Your laugh is
filthy.
great. I
Thank
love
you.
your laugh.
But I'm the one editing this damn thing, and I'm like, I sound like I have a kid in the oven.
Oh my gosh. I love that witch. I love a good witch. But
Thank you.
so Georgia, I loved the relationship with yeah, in this one it was like
I love that the
her.
women are at the forefront.
Yes. And the like everybody knows your person of color,
Oh,
your
yes.
roommate,
Has to
your
show
your
up
black
at
roommate.
whimsical random moments to give you wisdom.
And also to just like stand up for you. There's like that moment where at the end where she's with Georgia and she's just like just rips Renee just like rips her new one. Like
Yeah.
she's just like, get out of here.
Oh,
That
I
was so
had
good.
I had a moment like that yesterday at work where I stepped out of the writer's room to see the support staff kind of chatting.
Yeah.
And one woman was saying, oh, this guy did this to me. Da, da, da. And I jumped in. I said, whose ass are we kicking? I don't need to know the details. Just take me to this person.
Just tell me. Yeah, totally.
That's what you want. You want someone who's not going to talk you off the ledge. You want at
Right.
least one friend who asks no questions and
Yes.
says,
At the right time.
whose ass are we beating?
Yeah.
Let
Because
me know.
Renee's such a good friend because she also is the same girl who's like Allie's like, oh, I'm gonna hem and haw about like my ex-boyfriend works here. And then she's like, so leave, Allie. And Allie's like, I can't leave. You know?
Renee's like, neither can I. My storyline is embedded with yours. So this is all I have.
This is the plight of a black
Your
woman on
life
TV
is
in the
my
90s.
version of Sims.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously.
Well,
But I just love it. Go ahead.
oh, Renee,
Mm.
on the opposite of the spectrum, she was so curvaceous and her hair, like these big curls. It was a lovely antidote to, all the actresses who just kept getting thinner and thinner and
Oh
thinner.
my gosh. Yeah, they really did. And wait, how old are they supposed to be in this? I kept thinking about
I
that too.
can't
I think like
tell.
late 20s, I think.
I think so because if you're still hung up on your college boyfriend, she said it had been 3 years since they
Right.
broke up. Were
I
they
think she's
together in
supposed to be
law
like
school?
27 or
I
something.
think
Yeah,
like
they
yeah.
were together for freshman year or for year one,
Well,
L1,
I had to,
I
I
think.
based it on. I love that you know that you are bougie. Don't get it twisted, guys. This lady is very bouge.
Yeah.
Don't let the casual
Don't let
Pacifica
don't let
hat
the
fool
the trucker
you.
hat fool you. No, no, no. I
No,
know.
she knows what she's
Well,
doing.
well, the practice and Ally McBeal and like et cetera, et cetera. I could go on, but like I was like, I'm going to be a lawyer. Really?
Girl, it looked like a bunch of really interesting arguments. A
Yeah.
lot of time spent in the bathroom pumping yourself up.
I really wanted to do that, and then
That seemed like fun.
yeah, and then I realized, oh no, I want to play a lawyer on TV. Whoops, that's
Exactly.
that's what I
You're like,
want.
ugh,
I don't
that's
actually want to be a lawyer. Yeah.
no. I want to be Elle Woods. I want to be Renee,
Yes.
not
I want to
Renee,
be Elle
Reese
Woods.
Witherspoon as Elle Woods.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly it. So yeah, so I really thought I was gonna go to law school at some point,
Oh,
which is
can I bring something up?
please.
Oh, so the show opens in the craziest, like
Oh,
Forrest Gump level montage. Two child actors are
correct.
made to make out, which is probably the first kiss for either of them
And we have to
on
watch it
camera. And I
intensely.
was like, I don't know that we need these scenes, but like
And
they're there.
they kept cutting right back to it. Just kept cutting
Also,
right back to the like pre-adolescent lips. I was like, what is happening here?
what
Like what?
the so close on these children's lips. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, I just like that's my alley.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my God. I
There's a lot of
oh,
breathy eyes
a lot of
and
breathy
stuttering.
eyes.
Yeah.
Um, I said to Chris when we were watching the opening image, I didn't realize it starts off so melodramatic. She's
I
just like
know.
in that jaunty little, flight attendant's
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
little,
Yes.
scarf.
Neckerchief. Yeah, whatever we're gonna call
Kerchief.
it. Yeah. and and but
Her
yeah, one
tiny
of the
little
things.
skirts.
Yeah, the skirt. I wrote that
I
skirt.
remember,
That was a
I
big deal.
remember
That was a big deal.
knowing that my butt in a skirt like that would be considered inappropriate.
Yes. It
I
was
couldn't
it was
be.
so short.
It was so short.
But I feel like
Like,
if I could like find, and maybe I will go on that journey after this, like if I could look up like whatever they said on Good Morning America after, it would be like that skirt, you
Ally
know?
McBeal lowers hemlines across the country.
Yeah, because it
I feel like that would have been the case
I don't
because
know.
we were so influenced by the TV we watched
Well,
because
that's
there were
all we
so
had.
fewer choices.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Like
all we
I
had.
remember her really trying to have that Rachel haircut for Friends,
I
and
had that Rachel haircut.
yeah, yours probably worked. Mine,
No,
I
no,
did
it
it
did not.
myself.
Oh
Don't
my
know
gosh,
what I was thinking.
you've been cutting your own hair for a very long time.
Yeah, well, not successfully. That's more recent. And
Oh,
even then,
oh my gosh. Yeah. No, I'm just too scared. Even I'm too scared.
you don't need to do it. I only do it because I'm, first of all, your hair is way too straight.
It's too
Like,
straight. Yeah, not forgiving.
you can't hide
No.
anything.
No.
Mine is wavy. There is a ton of it,
Right.
and
Right.
I keep it at a medium length. Like if I
It does,
did something super short, it could not work.
it always looks very cute. And I'm
Thank you.
always so surprised that you cut it yourself. I'm always like,
Well, to be
"What?"
fair, I haven't cut it myself for
Since
since
you've
2019.
since you've been indoctrinated into a hairstylist
Hairdressing
family.
family.
So
Yeah.
you can't mess with that.
I
That's not
mean,
your domain anymore.
oh, no, which I don't know if I've told you this story, but Chris's may kill me. But we were in the shower once, and
Mhm.
he was
That's
like,
normal.
hey, right? He's
Yeah.
like, hey, can you clean up the back of my neck? He just hands me this razor and I go,
No.
what? And he's
No.
like, yeah, just back here. And I said, I don't know what you mean. And he's like, oh, da, 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 da. So he's like super confident in me. I had no preparation and I just go, ugh. And I do like it a
I'm
little
terrified.
something. And I was like, this doesn't look good, but I'm not going to say anything because there are two hairdressers in the living room who will probably just see him and tell
And
him
and
and
fix
fix it
it.
up. And sure enough, his dad was like, what happened to your neck? And then I come out and they're all like, ha ha, look at what Lisa did. And I go, ha ha, it was a pop quiz in the shower that I didn't ask to take. Like, that's not fair.
A pop quiz in the show. I know, seriously, that is like a loaded, maybe
Thank
it's like
you.
casual for him, but like, no, I would have,
I don't
no,
even think it had
ma'am.
a guard on it. I think he was
Oh
just
my
like
God.
freehand. I'm like,
Backing away from
what?
the microphone because I'm so
Yes,
scared.
I was set up.
You were,
It was framed.
totally
Like, that's not something you do to the person you trust the
no,
most.
no, 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 no.
Or actually, I
It,
guess it is something you do to the person you trust the
I,
most.
I don't know. I don't trust myself with one of those barely. Like,
Oh, me
yeah,
neither.
and I have to get down there, and I'm like, oh, I can't do
But
this.
yeah, I think he learned a lesson. I was just like, no.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Speaking
Oh
of
my gosh.
hair,
Yeah.
Allie's hair, I don't know if am I crazy? Because I feel like at times it's massive and it has so much volume. And then at other times it's like the end of the day and it's like kind of shrunk back down.
Yeah. Just everything. Like there's just so much detail paid to her appearance, and I could see
So
why. It's because
much.
all we would do back at that time
It's
was
just
just
stare.
rip it apart. You
Oh,
know?
well, Billy's weird little bangs,
Yeah.
like those little, what are you doing, bud? And then when he
Yeah.
dyed it blonde
Oh
eventually,
my gosh, I forgot about that.
I
Yeah,
remember
I was
hair
never
was a
into
big thing
Billy.
on this show.
Hair, the skirts. Well, because they were trying to fix the like mortal sin of a female suit, which is just like,
Yes.
oh, there is no fixing it.
No.
Like women look hotter in men's suits. Like that's, you know
Oh,
what I mean?
I
Just
mean,
like,
one day I want to have a fully tailored tuxedo like
right.
Marlena Dietrich. Oh,
Yes. Do you?
sometimes, sorry, I sound like I'm drunk because this is the first time we've recorded where I'm listening to my voice to make sure it's
Oh
not
yeah, yeah,
peaking,
yeah.
and it's so distracting.
It is. You do have to get used to that. That's true.
I sound like
That's
I'm
fair.
slurring to myself.
So yeah, I clocked the first, like it was like, oh, that big bouncy ball, like what do we call
Yes,
these? It was like a JPEG, maybe. I don't remember what we
a
called them
GIF,
back in. Yeah, it was GIF or GIF or whatever.
and then they went crazy. There's so many effects in this pilot.
Yeah, the boobs. She wanted her
Jane
boobs to be
Krakowski's
bigger. Jane
head getting
Krakowski's
bigger,
head.
the
Yeah,
boobs getting bigger.
and that was like the first time I think we'd ever really seen anything like that.
100%.
First
Yeah.
and last
It
time? No,
it
I'm just
really
kidding.
does it really did remind me a lot of New Girl because a
Yeah,
lot of the appeal really came from this little quirky character
yeah.
who, excuse me, I had a little hard-boiled egg and hummus burp.
Ew.
I'm so sorry.
Well, I'm glad we're not in the same room.
I'm glad I'm
Um,
not wearing a mask.
ew,
I'm
God.
I'm having to wear a mask because I'm working in an
Yes,
office
it's
for the first
brutal.
time through the
Yeah.
whole pandemic. So I'm this late to the game loser who says to Chris, isn't it weird when you like burp into your mask? He's like, welcome to my life the past like 2 years.
You're like, everyone's been out here wearing a mask all day. But I agree, it's brutal. And it also, my friend said, what did she say that made me laugh? Oh, she was like, I don't want to smell my own face anymore.
That's exactly what I was thinking she was going to say. Because I was like, I am done with my breath.
You know, just like, it's just like, ugh. It's so gross.
No one should kiss me.
Yeah,
I don't deserve it.
ugh, it's so gross. I'm trying to look at my the music was
Okay,
amazing in this, I
the
thought.
music was such a huge part
And a
of the
huge deal.
show.
Yeah, it was a huge
Of,
deal.
I mean, they had such a boner for Vonda
Yeah,
something.
I cannot remember her
She,
name right now.
oh,
Yeah.
Vonda Shepard.
Yes.
Vonda Shepard.
She was in every scene or like every bar scene or anywhere you could have music. It was great.
Yeah. I mean, the locations are so fun because when I was watching, the feeling, because I was remembering how popular the show was.
So popular.
And having, I wasn't like a huge fan when it came out. I
Yeah.
liked it, but I don't think I was like a die hard. Like, it wasn't how I felt about X Files or Seinfeld,
Yes.
for example. But I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I think it's so representative of the time
Yeah.
because I know exactly the feelings that it captured for people who experienced it when they did,
Mhm.
because you look back, the pilot is goofy as hell.
It's so goofy.
You know, it's very meandery. I was like, does this need to be an hour?
Yeah.
But it's it reminded me of how I felt as a little girl when I was playing with my Barbies and making up stories, in the sense that we had like a Ken doll or two who
Yeah,
interacted
yeah.
with us a little bit, but it was about these Barbies. And
Right.
that's what I feel like the appeal of the show was. I don't even know that they were tackling issues in a sophisticated way for women or even really representing women in the best way, but I kind of didn't care because we got to see this many women having jobs, talking to each other,
Yes.
having complicated friendships. Because the Callista Flockhart and Courtney Thorne Smith friendship is probably the most important one throughout the course of the show.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Exactly. That's exactly how I felt about it. Like it kind of is a time capsule of um like this sort of quasi feminism of the time, like
Yeah.
feminism as written by a man,
Yes.
you know what
Yes.
I mean,
That's
through a
exactly what I
network.
felt. But at
Like,
the time, you know,
but at the time it was sort of all there was in terms
yes,
of,
it was
yeah,
still better than what we'd had before. Like I I feel
yeah,
like just putting the women at the forefront was big.
yeah, right, yes. Because I remember, right, I wrote down something like, there was two women arguing over a man,
Yes.
like
It's like
two powerful attorneys,
too powerful, powerful.
beautiful,
Yes, beautiful, competent,
yeah,
able to communicate in a very eloquent way, and you would think
yeah,
to yourselves, I had the same exact thought. I was like, oh, this show was great, except they made all these women be obsessed with this man, and
right.
that was the point of it. But nowadays, the show would be about the two of them fighting for the firm.
Yeah, yeah, right. Well, I wrote down like, oh, I guess the Bechdel test didn't really exist yet. Like,
I guess
because
not.
it's, yeah, because it's like, it has to have at least two women in it who talk to each other about something other than a man. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, and
exactly.
it, yeah, it just kind of, that, yeah. So it's like they get it's like when we say like representation's there, but you know
Yeah,
what I
you
mean? But
have to
it's
look
not,
at, you can't watch the show. Like, if you're let's say you're a millennial or a Gen Z kid and you've never seen this pilot, if you watched it today, you would be like, wow, this is
whoa.
such a dinosaur. You know, they'd rattle off all these list of issues. I mean,
Yeah.
it's incredibly white, you
Well,
know, a
what
lot of
about
problems,
the
but it's all we
the
had.
the case at hand, the
Oh
sexual harassment
God.
case, which he claims OCD. I mean, the whole thing is,
It's super problematic. Like to
yeah,
to make light of a mental health issue. And then
yes,
to also, yeah, uh,
it's unbelievable.
yeah. I remember I the way they have her standing when he does that final butt grab
Oh
where
my
her
gosh,
butt is literally like
just
in the air.
yeah, out there, yeah, yeah, yeah. But but like the fact that they were talking about it at all was like a big deal.
It was
You know what I
huge.
mean?
Yeah, the idea that her boss tricked this guy protecting her,
Right.
like, like
Yeah.
the scenario
That
of him
Richard at the end.
hiring the guy
Yeah.
felt way more true to life.
Yeah, that was great. I did like that little moment at the
I
end.
actually like this the moments she has in court where she's talking about that, and it still happens. And I remember thinking it was
Oh
important
yeah.
to see sexual harassment in the workplace being addressed on television, and then you realize the way it's written, you want the audience to root for the person who's standing up for themselves against it,
Right. Right.
which, it could have just been the butt of a joke, which it probably has been in most sitcoms, like, haha,
Yeah, yeah. Right, but they're
don't
actually like
sue
ex-
me.
exploring it a little bit more.
No
Yeah,
harm. Just
which is yeah, and then yeah, it just feels so it feels so dated, which
so
is
dated. Um, did I
wild.
say dated?
You know
It
what?
does,
Sometimes you gotta.
but that's why I think you and I can actually remember what the time was like and what it felt like to watch it.
Totally.
So it just goes to prove, kids, history is an oral tradition.
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 Yeah. But I think the reason why I don't know that I just have like memories of the show, but I wasn't like a fan, was because it was for sure like adult. You know what I mean? Like it was
That's
like
the
they're
other thing. I don't think
expressly
my
talking about sex.
parents.
Yeah. I
Oh,
don't think my parents would have allowed me to watch it.
no, my parents wouldn't have let me either, and I was several years older than you. I
Right.
think I
Yeah.
caught episodes when I was babysitting at other people's
Yeah.
houses. I think
Right. But
that's what it was for me. It was just like I got a couple episodes here and there, and I was like, ooh.
yeah, yeah, because I mean, well, first of all, the pilot talks about sexual harassment. I mean, the skirt length, which
Her
everyone
boobs get
talked about, the
bigger.
boobs, like,
They
and it
have
just,
the uh was it the non-gender
oh, the
assigned
bathroom,
bathroom?
yeah,
I don't
which
know that that's
like,
the term.
yeah, I don't know yeah, I don't remember
Unisex
what they,
bathroom.
yeah, the unisex bathroom. I kept remembering the flushing remote that comes later, the remote to flush.
they they knew from the pilot that they
Yeah,
planned to spend so much time in that bathroom.
yeah,
Well,
it's
that's the
one of
other
the
thing.
scenes.
The
It's one of
unisex
the,
bathroom
yeah,
was
right.
that's
That's
another thing that blew people's minds.
right, right. It was like this is unheard of.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
And it's so funny because I feel like it was probably used for titillating purposes so that the
yeah,
men and women could constantly just be in these vulnerable positions with one
right.
another.
Yeah,
But
like
it
it's like
also,
backstage.
yeah, yes. It also has a side effect of normalizing the idea of unisex bathrooms, but
Right.
then it also kind of made it into like sex party in the bathroom.
Yeah, that too. I know that's the thing. Yeah. So this show, like, it was very for the time. It was like,
Complicated.
yeah, and yeah, all about sex. I think,
It really
if I
was.
remember correctly, I just feel like I was not allowed to watch it.
No, I don't think I was either. Like, hey guys, just so you know, a lot of times, if you have a brown mom, there's just things you're not allowed to do. I don't
There was a
think
lot.
people fully appreciate this. There are things
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
still not allowed to do.
I wasn't allowed to like date. I wasn't
Are you
allowed.
kidding me?
Yeah, yeah.
No, I was
I wasn't allowed to
told,
go out.
oh, where are you going to go? Where are you
Hmm.
going to go?
Yeah, yeah.
I had nowhere to go. I was exhausted. I did so many activities. These
Right.
fools had me signed up for everything. It was crazy.
But like the Friday night football games, like that was it was like they were going to be there. So
Oh,
I was like,
oh,
okay,
good.
I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I had a conversation with people at work about sleepovers. Like people
Oh
were
yeah,
talking about sleepovers. I was like, that is not a thing.
that you were allowed to do.
No,
Yeah.
I wasn't
But
allowed to sleep over at anybody's house.
but rightfully so because at those football games everyone was just getting trashed and high, you know? So like my parents were right, to be honest.
My parents were so right. I was not allowed. My parents said you can't have boyfriend until you have a driver's license and a major credit card. And that is exactly how it played out.
I had to have a college degree, which
Oh, smart.
which like never I mean, but then it ends up like then you end up just like sneaking around, which isn't great. It's a tricky I mean,
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's so funny because if I have kids, I don't know. I don't know how I'd be. I
yeah.
probably would be pretty strict like my mom.
Yeah.
Like we were I
I don't
don't
know.
know. I don't
When we get there,
know.
who knows when we get there,
Who
you know?
knows?
Like
I
I'm terrified.
Oh, wait. You have a little ballerina.
I have she's got a lot of moxie.
Yes,
She's
she
like a
does.
little mini me.
Foxy
It's
heart.
and yeah, I'm a little bit worried, but I also my husband is certain that like I will also just be this like cougar lounging by the pool who's just like smoking weed all day,
I want that for you.
which like might be like why like maybe they'll be embarrassed of me and like a little bit like
I
well for sure they're gonna be embarrassed of me but like maybe I party too hard for them. It's
I
like
have a feeling that you're gonna have like these little complete opposites, just
right,
little rebellious, studious
yeah.
little like I'm gonna go play violin while mom's smoking at the pool.
Yeah, with like her latest with a band that she just made. You know what I mean? Like just
Ugh. She's
I
filming another music video for her album. Ugh. You're like Erica Jane, but you
my
know,
God, can we talk about Erica
without the legal
Jane?
drama. I gotta be honest.
She's going to jail.
I don't. She has to, right?
She's going
I'm
to
actually
jail, man.
behind. Here's the sad thing. I'm actually behind on watching the episodes, but I follow the news because I
Right.
know
Same.
everyone.
Same.
I don't.
I don't
How,
know.
girl, how about
Where's the
Salt Lake City? Do you watch
where's
that?
no. Oh my God. Because you know I had
Everybody's
to give
getting
up Housewives.
indicted.
Oh my God. I wish I was watching Salt Lake City. What are they getting indicted for?
Well,
Sorry, we're talking about Real
a
Housewives if anybody
telemarketing
doesn't.
scheme. Sorry. Welcome to our friendship.
Wait, a telemark. Wait, like, oh, wait. Did you watch Lula LaRoe?
No.
Lu.
LuLaRoe?
Oh, so
LuLaRoe?
yeah, but there's a on Amazon there is a 4-part investigative um whatever Lula
Oh.
LaRoe.
Is it like a marketing scheme? It's like leggings, right?
Yes, yes. But it is like it's really it's a what do you call it? An MSM. Or it's a
Yes.
yeah.
Multi-level marketing scheme. MLM.
Yes, MLM, sorry. MLM. MSM's a friend
It's
of mine.
MSG. It's very salty, but delicious.
Oh, it's called Lula Rich. That's what it's called.
Mm,
Yeah, so if you're into like
I would love that.
yeah, marketing schemes and yeah, all that stuff, pyramid schemes,
Lula
it's pretty
Rich.
interesting. Yeah, that's a good one.
Oof.
But
Yes.
okay, there's a lot cuz that takes place or the some of it was in Utah also. So I was just like, "Oh."
Well, I think you see these housewives where they're stay-at-home moms. they've kind of been out of the workforce for a while. Sorry,
Right.
I keep hearing myself. They've been out of the workforce for a while,
Yeah.
and they want to get back in because I remember my Facebook feed,
Yeah.
all of these women that I went
The
to high school with hit
all
a
the
certain
products.
age,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
they just want to feel connected to the world and like they have a job and income.
Yes.
It's
Like
wild.
if we supported American mothers, we would not have all
No.
of this that we do have. Like we wouldn't have LuLaRoe and like what are the other things? What are the things that pop up on your feed?
Oh,
Face care stuff. I can't remember
oh,
the names right now.
I don't know
But
because I get marketed to so aggressively. I can't remember anything more. I don't know
yeah,
how they think I'm gonna
right.
parse out the different ads.
Yeah, and then like jewelry, it's like Amway. I can't remember. Whatever. Anyway, if we supported American mothers, then they wouldn't feel the need to because well, first there's the money, right? We need
Yeah,
money to like feed our kids and
and then
like
there's feeling connected to people outside
yes,
your home because you feel
isolated,
so like isolated. You've fallen out of the social circles maybe
right?
you once had. Like
Yeah,
I could see
maybe
how
you
it
had a
would be very,
career,
very hard.
and then yeah, and and then just like having to explain the gap in your resume, which like why would
I,
you ever have to explain that to anyone?
yeah, that'd
Like
be terrifying.
right. It's like so then these like these harebrained schemes come up and then all these women who feel completely unsupported are like, "Okay, this looks like not only does it like give me the things that I need, it also provides like a community, you know?" And
I
anyway.
well, you've just reminded me of one of my favorite jokes from a series I might suggest that we
Okay.
watch.
Okay. Okay.
Los Spookies on HBO
Oh
Max.
my gosh, let's do Los
Okay,
Spookies next.
because there's a joke in there where the sister says she's looking for a job to make money quick. So she
Yeah.
Googles Latina make money fast, and this Herbalife knockoff
Herbalife.
company
Right.
shows up at the top of the Google search results.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Yeah.
Latina make money fast. Herbalife.
Okay, we're gonna have to do Los Spookies. Does that have oh god, what is that comedian's name with the chicken
Julio
McNuggets?
Torres.
The chicken McNuggets. He's
It
so
has Mr. Chicken
funny.
McNuggets.
He is so funny.
He's amazing in this.
Do
I
yourself a
love this
favor.
show.
Watch his
His
what is
stand-up
his
special.
yeah, what's his stand-up special? Oh, you have to like find
Something
it.
like objects.
It's so funny.
I'm gonna
It's
look it up.
so funny.
Julio Torres stand-up
It
HBO.
1000%
My
like
favorite
probably
shapes.
my favorite shapes. That's it. My favorite shapes. Oh my gosh, I haven't laughed that
I
hard
love
in a long
him.
time. I haven't laughed that. I don't know that I would call it stand up because but whatever it is, like
It's so delightful. It's just a
amazing.
peek inside his brain,
Yeah,
really.
and it's amazing. It's like art. It's like, it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. What else are you watching? So okay, we're doing Los of Spookies next, which I'm
We're
excited
doing Los
about.
Spookies Net. I
I
started Why the Last Man
okay.
because I was a big fan of the graphic novel, and they've been trying to make this series, or I think at some point as a movie,
Yeah.
for forever. Like, God, I want to say over 10 years.
Yeah.
That feels right. So, I was very curious to see how that turned out. And I'm trying to think, what else am I watching? Oh, Betty. I think it's called Betty on HBO Max. It's
Yeah.
all these skate girls. They're all
Mm.
like skateboarders,
Yeah. Oh, that's
and
cool.
it's a little it's their little lot in New York, and they're this cute little crew. They're so
That's fun.
adorable. I just love these girls. Um, God, there's so much good
There's so much
TV.
going on right now. Yeah, Morning Show season 2 just came out, so like I'm already behind.
I am too. Chris wants to get caught up on that one, and we will.
Ah, I know. So I have to do season 2. I'm always behind, everyone should know. So like
Me too.
I'm like halfway through Mare. of
Oh,
Easttown.
we need to
Oh,
watch that too. And that's one
so
you and I should
good.
do.
Yeah, we should do that. I tried White Lotus and I couldn't do it. I
You know
just,
what? It's
I don't
hard
know.
because
I
you
just
do
feel like
hate real hard early
I,
on.
yeah, I just really liked, I'm here for Jennifer Coolidge's career. Like, I always thought she was fantastic, but I just cannot watch her, like, be mammied. Like, I can't,
Yes.
it
Yes.
just, like, it grates on my, like, soul. Like,
Yes.
I can't watch it.
I
I
know.
tried 3 episodes and I just,
It's hard.
it's hard. It's super hard. And I feel so uncomfortable. I'm just, yeah. Ugh. I mean, I know that obviously these are characters, but I just like it hits too close to like
I
real
mean,
life.
it's even hard for me to think about the fact that you're making a comment on something, but you still brought your production to Hawaii
Right.
and you
Yeah.
were not supposed to do that.
Right.
Like,
Right.
you know what I
Yes.
mean?
Like Hawaiians are like, please stop coming here. They've been saying that for a long, for the last because
And
since the pandemic, it's
yeah,
just been unbelievable.
oh, I know. It's
Yeah.
yeah, it, it's it's this tough situation where you're commenting on this behavior, but
Like
your production is in
you
Hawaii.
have to do it from Santa Barbara. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
you can't. You're gonna have to fake Hawaii. Sorry. Yeah. So that one was hard to. I put it down because I was like, I'm still on. I've watched so much Chinese reality TV. It's unbelievable.
I know you're very plugged into
To
the
China. Yeah.
Asian pop music circuit.
Oh my gosh, I'm so plugged in. And then
That's my
uh
segue to saying Chris here put a big smile on my face when she
oh
sent me an
yes.
Instagram letting me know that the biggest pop star in the world,
In the world,
this
bigger than
young
Drake.
South Korean rapper
Mhm.
named Lisa.
That's
And I think
right.
her hit single is called La Lisa.
That's right. It's Lalisa, and she's from Blackpink, which is the South Korean band. She
What a
herself,
great name for a band, by the way.
you got to listen to their music. It's pretty good.
I
And
think I need to get
well,
into
you
it.
have to listen to her single because
La
it's got your
Lisa.
name in it. Yeah. And so yeah, I just because we were talking about your name dying out,
But
but
this lady,
this lady's bringing it right back to the top of the charts.
she really
So
is.
yeah, yeah, they're great. She's fun to watch. She's very, very talented. Very
Very
talented.
excited. Well,
Yeah.
speaking of talented,
Yes.
Julio Torres is very talented, and we're watching his show for next episode. That was
Yes,
my very clumsy segue.
okay, yeah. So come hang out with us next week.
Please let us know what you're
Yeah,
watching, what you think we should be watching.
yeah, yeah. We want to watch it all. Also, just so Lost of Spookies, and I'm just gonna say I'll call it now. I'm gonna rewatch My Favorite Shapes.
Oh,
I just
yes.
I'll call it.
I need to watch it because I forgot that it was on there.
Oh
The
my gosh.
promos tickled me so.
Like, here's all I have to say. Don't get too high because you will not be able to handle it. You just it's too funny.
Fair.
It's just too funny. Yeah, thank you guys for joining us. You can find us everywhere, Pilots 101 Podcast at Gmail. We're on IG, we're on YouTube, we're everywhere.
We're
Yeah.
everywhere.
I'm
Please
at Chris
subscribe.
Q.
Oh,
Lisa's
sorry.
at Timmons
I keep,
Lisa.
yeah, I'm at Timmons Lisa. She's at Chris Q. Chris Q. I feel
Correct.
compelled to repeat that because I was speaking over her by accident. I promise, guys, I have a new mic. It's the
Yeah.
same as Chris's. I
Oh,
had to
boy.
be just like her. And that's why I'm talking a little funny today because I don't know how to change it to not go through
Right.
my head.
Yeah. To not give you
I'm
the
a
feedback.
mess.
Don't worry.
Needless
Don't worry.
to say, next episode gonna be just like so smooth.
Thank you for hanging out with us. We'll see you next week. Los Spookies.
Adios.